Go. Can y'all hear my fan buzzing, by the way? I have a fan going, so if you can hear that, let me know. It's not the quietest thing in the world. Hey Morgan, hello, hello. How you doing? Yeah, we're splurting. We're splurting. I like using this screen as my waiting room. My waiting room? My starting music. You hear my fan splurting? The fan shouldn't be splurting. I can turn down my fan though if it's a little loud. Or not turn it down, but turn it off. Lower the volume on it. Lower the volume of my fan. Oh, you don't hear it? It splurts. We all splurt from slime to slime. It's true. We do. Is there anything in here I want? I can afford this, but this is like hella expensive. Like, that's so expensive. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's do some shopping, and then we'll see. Do I like any of these? Not really. And then we'll jump probably into the story mode again. Oh, I already did all the shopping. Okay, we're good. Oh, this is cool. What do we have here? What is this? Okay, I already did all my shopping, it turns out, so we're good. I keep on thinking, like, it resets, like, in the middle of the night. That's not true. It's not at all true. Hey, Sargoto. Hello, hello. Let they who is without splurt cast the first stone. Exactly. That's how it works. How's everybody doing today? Is that like 5 in the morning? Is it 5 in... No, it's I thought it was at like 8 at night. Like 8 in the afternoon, not at night. I thought that's how it worked. Yeah, 8 p.m. Yeah. Is that not working? I know how my channel points work. Is my one thing I have not working? Oh, it sure isn't. That's weird. Oh shit, I have so many tabs open. I lost you guys. Where'd you go? There you are. I just have to wait now to see if it's working. Why is that not? Oh, it's invisible for some reason. There we go. I don't know why I had that invisible. Yeah, have things happen at times that make sense challenge. Go. They fail. They fail immediately. They never do things at times that make sense. That's Nintendo. It wouldn't be the Nintendo experience without things not working correctly. You know? That's the Nintendo experience. Oh, it feels like it should be like way earlier in the day than it is, but I'm off work today, so I'm just hanging out at home. So I slept in a little bit because I stayed up late again. I just staying up late every night lately. It's not even an excuse anymore. It's just my state of being. But I like stayed up late again because I was hanging out in a call with Spooky because I needed to hang out with Spooky in a while. You didn't stay up super late. Absolutely, you got 3 hours sleep. Absolutely, that's the normal amount, right? That's what healthy people do. That's what healthy people do. I didn't know they were there. Yeah, me and Spooky were just hanging out. It was cool. And we played some Splatoon. Hopped in a call and talked about nothing, because that's what we do. But yeah, I don't know. Me and Spooky are just busy all the time, so. But I just stayed up late there hanging out. And then I woke up early. Took a shower. And now we're here. Isn't that exciting? No, I needed to sleep in. I needed to. My brain was mush. Mush brain. What is this? I'm trying to think of like what I want to do after we're finished with Splatoon, or if I do want to finish Splatoon. I don't know if I'm gonna play through this whole story mode. Just a heads up. Because I'm not invested in like a story or anything. I'm just enjoying it. Oh, that's not water. I was very confused. I'm like, what the heck? Okay, there we go. Level. Level, 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 level. Damn it, pop. But no, that's about it. I don't know. Just hanging out. That's all I was doing. Ice is water. It's true. Ice is water bones. It's very much worth it. I enjoy it a lot. It's just like there's a lot of things that like I want to play, so I'm just like I don't know. Hydra, Splatting, and Burst Bomb. Splat Dualies and Burst Bomb. Let's climb that corporate splatter. Story mode's fun. I'm enjoying it a lot. There's a lot of cool stuff in it. No. Oh god, my hands are not at an angle for gyro. Go! Yeah, there's a lot of goodies that you get, like exploring the overworld of it. There's some cool stuff. There's definitely, like, if you just want things for, like, customization and all that, there's plenty to find. There's a lot of little things. Which is super dope. But I'm not good at this game, so that's fine. Shit. But no, I'm just trying to think of like planning ahead on what I want to do. I'm debating on whether or not there's like some old games I might want to emulate, but I don't know yet. I don't really know too far ahead of Splatoon what I'm planning on doing. Because I still don't even know if I'm going to buy Pokemon when it comes out. Just because, I don't know. It looks fun, it also just looks like Pokemon, which I've played a lot of fucking Pokemon, and I don't know if I need more Pokemon. Yeah, we're Gertin. How are you doing? We're rapid fire Gertin. We got our Gert launcher going. It's ingurtable. How are y'all doing? Yeah, I mean, it looks fine. It looks the same as Pokemon's always been. I think my biggest problem with Pokemon is I've never really thought that highly of the games. I just like Pokemon. Like, to me, they're always like, they're just like the most 5 out of 10 games that are fine. And with like really fun world building and fun creatures that I really like. And that's all I really feel towards Pokemon. And I don't really know, like, the thing is, there's so many other things now that scratch the same itch that Pokemon does, and that used to not be the case, right? I just hate, I hate the fundamental core of Pokemon. I think that I think type matchups are stupid to begin with. I hate them. Like, they're one of my biggest things that I think makes Pokemon, like, just uninteresting to play. I fucking hate type matchups. And I sure didn't use the Rain Cloud. I don't know, like, instead of giving you more options and making you think through multiple strategies, it just gives you an answer. Like, and I don't like it when there's an answer. I want to have, like, a problem to work around. Like, if you give something like a resistance, like a singular resistance or whatever, that's something you have to work around. That is a problem to solve. But if you are, like, giving something like one clear-cut weakness that's so fucking strong in terms of what a weakness is, like Pokemon, it's like, you're just giving me an answer, not a question. And it's just not. Well, I mean, I don't even care if Pokemon's easy or hard. I just think that makes strategizing uninteresting. I think it just takes, like, all the fun out of trying to come up with a strategy in Pokemon. Like, it doesn't even matter if it's, like, difficult or easy. I do not mind if it's like, easy. Like, and it shouldn't be that hard. It's like it's like a good entry-level RPG. I think that's fantastic for it. I just think type matchups at their core are, like, one of my least favorite things an RPG can do. If they do it in the sense of, like, the way that Pokemon has, and I really hate that. Pokemon's, like, the prime example of why I hate that type of system in an RPG. I think it takes away from meaningful decision making, which is, like, all strategy games are. But that's not really the appeal of Pokemon. Well, at least not for me. The appeal of Pokemon for me is I just like the creatures and I like seeing a new region. And then I'm good, and then I'm happy. Fuck the fairy types. I always forget how fairy types work. Because, I don't know, my brain is like... Yeah, Pokemon's more of like a cultural thing nowadays. And also because it's so like... Because Pokemon is so ubiquitous and everywhere, I don't really feel compelled to play it this time. Just because I know I'm gonna see everything I want to see by not playing it. Like, I'll just absorb it through osmosis through the internet. So why would I... Killing bombs. Why would I sit through the game that I think is, for the most part, mediocre and always have? I don't think it's, like, as terrible as people make Pokemon out to be. I think the gameplay is fine. But I think it's just, like, very lackluster and uninteresting. Yeah, exactly. Like, the problem is it's very, like, 7 out of 10. I don't want all Pokemon ever in the game. I hate that argument that people are like, I want every Pokemon ever. And I'm like, why? Just play the old game. Play the old game if you want to use the old shit. Like, why would you want a new game to do all the same shit you did in the old game again? Use everything exactly the same. That's not how that works. I don't know. I love Pokemon. I just don't love the games. And I feel less compelled to play them nowadays now that I can, like, absorb all the things I do. I can absorb everything I like about Pokemon by just existing on the internet nowadays. So, I don't know. It's interesting. Pokemon's in an interesting place for me because I do like Pokemon. I do love Pokemon. That's kind of the thing, is it sounds like I don't, but I do love Pokemon. I love it as, like, a piece of fantasy. Like, Pokemon is a really good piece of fantasy. X and Y? X and Y is good. It's very vanilla in terms of its flavor, but that's fine. It's like a good vanilla. Oh, come on. Isle of Armor. I didn't play the DLC. I did not feel compelled to. But yeah, I just don't know if I want to play, I don't know. I'm still debating on whether or not... I probably will, because that's always what happens, but I'm debating on whether or not I want to play that. And, like, I don't know. I think what I find interesting is people say that's, like, a new Pokemon problem, and I'm like, no. Pokemon's the same as it's always been. God damn it. I'm really bad with these curling bombs. There we go. Oh, here's legend. Yeah, I just don't like legendaries, honestly. Like, legendaries have never been something I've been compelled to in any of the Pokemon games. Like, even Gen 1 and shit, or Gen 2, etc. Like, legendaries are just not something I find very compelling. I'm more interested in, like, how the everyday creature interacts with the world a lot more than, like, the mythos of it all. I think that's just so much more compelling. I love Gen 4, but yeah, its legendary problem is, like, the worst the series ever gets with how it treats legendaries. They're so, like, oversaturated, and they're handled poorly. But no, I don't know. I'm more compelled by, like, the small-scale fantasy of the creatures. But, like, I get the appeal of legendaries. It's just very much the way I like to consume my fantasy. A lot more than, like, I think that being a problem. Damn it. I'm really bad with these curling bombs. This mission is not easy. Okay, there we go. I Love Armor was neat. I didn't play him. I like the card game. It's not perfect, but I do like the card game a lot. It still has fucking tight matchups, which annoy the hell out of me in a card game, but they feel less egregious in card game. I don't know. Yeah, Pokemon card game's like really good as like a game that you can leave for a while and then come back to and get some depth in. Like, if I want to like Pokemon for gameplay, I just play the card game. Yeah, type matchups are like super inconsistent, and there's just a lot more, like, it feels like it's not as important. Despite being there. It just means like the metagame will change based on it. So if there's like a lot of good fire shit, you're probably not gonna have like a grass meta. But the meta in Pokemon changes like constantly, so whatever. I don't know. Pokemon card game is the way to play it. Oh yeah, $30 DLC. It depends on the game. There's a lot of DLCs that I think would be worth $30. I just don't think Pokemon DLCs are worth $30. I don't know. The game I'm excited for is in the beginning of December we're getting Dragon Quest treasures, and that's gonna be my monster catching game that I'm gonna be addicted to. So we're gonna be playing that. Just a heads up. I apologize to anyone who does not give a shit. We're playing Dragon Quest treasures on stream, and I'll probably get addicted to it because it's Dragon Quest, and that's what I do. I actually haven't played that many of the Dragon Quest spin-off games, which has me very excited to experience one, because I've only played like a couple. Like, I've never played the Monsters games. I tried playing what the fuck's it called? The first Mystery Dungeon games? The ones that are the Dragon Quest game spin-offs? Dragon Quest 5. I recommend anyone who likes JRPGs, especially old JRPGs, I just recommend they play Dragon Quest 5. Dragon Quest 5 is like a masterpiece. It's not perfect, but it is a masterpiece. Yeah, I've heard people really love the Monsters games. I just never got around to them. I played a little bit of Rocket Slime, which was cool. Back on the DS way back in the day. I dig that. Wait. I mean, I don't really play my DS that often. I could install it on my DS. My DS is modded, so like whatever. See, I modded my 3DS, and fucking what I chose to install on it, and all I use it for is Puyo Puyo, because I have 4 different Puyo Puyo games on there for some reason. Because that's what I do. I buy Puyo a billion fucking times, I guess. Well, didn't buy it. They're installed. Damn it. I don't know. I have a bunch of other stuff on there that I've been meaning to play. I just haven't gotten to it. DS has got some cool shit. And you can also play DS games on it. There's a fan translation of Joker 3? Yeah, Dragon Quest fans are good at translating. We're getting, in Japan, so not we. In Japan, they're releasing Dragon Quest X offline here soon. Which is an offline single-player version of the Japan-only MMO. And I'm really hoping that we get like a fan translation of that at some point. But it is a Switch game, so I don't know, we'll see. But I want to play it. Oh, I don't have any money. Where'd all my money go? Do you lose money whenever you die in the overworld? Is that how this works? Am I stupid? Oh well. Let's go to the level, I guess. But I've never played a Monsters game. I've just played 5. The OG Monsters game. No, modding your 3DS is fun though. Yeah, what's this? Super Mario Splurdicy? Apparently. Nozzle Nose and Curling Bomb or the let's use a roller. I haven't used a roller yet in this whole game. And Carbon Roller's fun. Carbon Roller's fast. Because in actual matchmaking, I mostly just use the Splatbrella. Is this infinite? I think this is just infinite. Yo, get inked. Oops. Oh, I have bombs. Odyssey would be better if Mario could splurt. Listen, I think Odyssey's a fine enough game. I had my fun with it. I'm not crazy about it, but I had my fun with it. I can't remember how much I did of Odyssey. At first I thought I was gonna 100% it, and then I realized, wow, I'm not compelled by most of this. So I changed my mind. It turns out having compelling missions is important if I'm gonna 100% something. And I did all the compelling stuff. So what else do you really need? I did want to get the Bowser's Fury with Mario 3D World, and then I never did. I don't know what we were playing at the time, but we were playing something else, and then I just kind of never got to it. But Mario 3D World is one of my favorite Mario games. I don't like Mario as much whenever it's about like exploring and shit. I've discovered, just thinking, I'm like, I just prefer my Mario games to be like obstacle courses for me to get through. That's how I liked Mario. Oh, that is a slick animation. Ow, okay, don't touch it. Huh? Oh, shit. You're sailing. Ow. Okay, we good. Oh, I want to get the undercover umbrella. That weapon is so cool. I love it. I don't know. I feel like I'm not compelled by exploring in Mario. I think my problem with Mario Odyssey is like everybody's like, oh wow, you can go all the way over here, and it feels, and they knew that, and they put a little reward up there for you, and I'm like, oh, that took away from it. Like, I love going out of bounds and like breaking games and like traveling over there in games with good movement, but like whenever it's like acknowledged and they're like, good luck, good job, you did it, I'm like, oh, okay, so this is intended. I didn't actually do something cool. I just did something that like they knew about. Well, shit. I don't know what you're talking about, Beppa, but we would never spend that long on one mission. We would never. Alright, let's plug in the controller. Oh, does this not work like this? Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Yeah, I didn't charge the controller. This controller never dies on me. I never have this problem. Shit, is it Joy-Con time? Oh god. Oh god, how do you play this with Joy-Cons? I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can Joy-Con. Yeah, controllers never die. Here's Joy-Con. Listen, I've never been caught Joy-Con off. I hate it. 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 I have regrets. I have regrets. I have regrets. I have regrets. I have regrets for everything. I have regrets. I have regrets. Yeah. That's where your Joy-Cons die. They Joy-Con off. Well, right now they're Joy-Con on. Right? Because they're working. This feels so weird with Joy-Con. Oh, this feels wrong. This feels so wrong. I'm so used to my big controller, I don't use my Joy-Cons anymore. I have no need for them. I have a real controller. At first, I remember when I first got the Switch, I actually really like Joy-Cons, but I don't know. It stands for coconut. Oh, you're right, it does. I love coconut. Cocoa nut. Trying to think of a coconut joke and I can't think of any. What's a good coconut joke? The best genre of joke. Coconut. Every chance of victory for your team, you couldn't paint the ground. Oh. Yeah. That's why I usually take up the role of base bitch, so that way I get everything going. I don't mind being base bitch. Hero Gear or Slosher? I don't like the buckets. I'm not a bucket fan. You mean average player? No, I don't think the average player. The whole reason why it's base bitch is because the average player doesn't. At least in my experience. Everyone appreciates a good base bitch, okay? Like, I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying I don't mind being that. Maybe I need better teammates? Well, maybe I do. What's it to you? Maybe I do need better teammates, I guess. I don't mind it. I don't mind, also, hey, Cole. Yeah, we're Gertin and Spurtin again. Okay, let's go. Make fun of when you lose? I never lose. I'm always winning. I exclusively win. I'm a gamer. I'm what they call gamer. Okay, I'm not worried about anything. Oh, he's like a little distraction. That's pretty dope. Man, this feels wrong with Joy-Con. Where's my, grip? Do I have a grip? Do I have the Joy-Con grip anywhere nearby? Oh, look. Oh, look. Looking for a Joy-Con. Oh, look. Oh, look. Oh. Where are my Joy-Con grips? Oh, I think it's in the living room. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab it from the living room, because maybe then I'll feel a little more wrecked. Yeah, oh, I don't even play my, Switch in handheld, like, at all. Handheld Switch is not a good time. It's too big. It's just too big of a thing to be a handheld. It's not comfortable. It's too big and it's too heavy. My wrists are not strong enough to hold the Switch. I'm sorry. I'm not very strong. Yeah, it's a wrist issue. Or just smaller games. Yeah, also, like, a lot of games just, like, are clearly made to be played on TV. Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with games being made to play on TV. It just means that, like, it's gonna be with ink mines. Ink mines are fun. I like ink mines. I don't remember what I was saying. I mean, just in general, I don't like using my Switch handheld. I don't know. It's too bulky of a console. And then a lot of games are, like, made with, like, too small of UI elements and shit because they're thought of to play on the TV. It's just, like, I don't know. I don't like the Switch as a handheld experience. But that's fine. I almost always play my games on my computer monitor or my TV anyways. So. Hey, if you can't beat them, beat them. But I do. No. Sneak attack. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, if you're on, like, a map with, like, very specific choke points, and you know those choke points, like, ink mines can do a lot of cool stuff with. They're very underrated. I don't know how to get up there. Oh, I see. Solve my own problem. I feel like visual novels might be a good one for it, but... I don't... Well, I probably could get away with playing, Mary Skelter. Because, like, I started Mary Skelter Finale. And I just haven't brought myself to play any more of it. Which is weird, because I like those games. Like, I actually do enjoy playing Mary Skelter. It's not like I don't like those. I've played the first two. like all the way through. Like, I would not have done that if I did not like those games, but maybe if I just played it in bed, I should not play it in bed. I usually stay up so late before I go lay down. I feel like that might be a better situation for a thing. We could move on to the next area, or we can do a rail pass. Golf Story looks fun. I like golf games, and that one's like a golf RPG, which are two things I like. Rapid Blaster or the Splatter Shot. Rapid Blaster. Playing a visual novel. What do you mean? It's just what I do. I play all kinds of them. Uh-oh. Why did I do that? Oh, okay, I see how this works. I always forget how, I always get like the rails and the jets confused. Yeah, like I need to have like a comfy game if I'm gonna play it handheld or whatever. Which is usually for me like an RPG or something. I haven't played an RPG in a hot minute. I say that, didn't we just recently play one? I play all my games with you guys, really, honestly. Like, you guys know everything that I'm playing. It's very rare that there's like a game that I'm playing off stream. Stardew Valley? No. I don't like Stardew handheld. UI elements get too small. Everything gets too tiny. I have really bad eyes, like... Fuck. I just don't really play much Stardew anymore. I used to play a lot of Stardew. Oh, you can't you? Yeah, I just don't like the Switch handheld, like, at all, though. It's too heavy. Like, none of this addresses the problem that I think the Switch is, like, uncomfortable, cumbersome, and heavy. Like, it's, for me, it's not, like, a comfortable gaming experience handheld. It's just too bulky. I don't know about the Switch Lite. I've never touched one, but I feel like the Switch Lite might address the problem. It might not. I don't know. It doesn't have like a clamshell design though, which makes me really nervous about it. I just don't need a Switch Lite. You never docked until a couple years after you bought it. I've heard that there's a lot of people that use it as a handheld, which more power to you. I don't think it's comfortable. And that comfort is very important to me. I still use my 3DS for that kind of stuff. And also the kind of games that I play handheld. Fuck. I don't know. I still think the most comfortable handheld I've ever touched is the Nintendo 3DS, the original base model. That has a really premium feel to it. That feels so good. I have a 2DS XL though. That's my current thing, is a 2DS XL. There we go. Which is super dope. Is that gonna reach it? It does. Ah! Break it. Yeah. It's one of those things where, like, I look back on the Game Boy Advance SP. Have you touched one of those in recent years? Like, I used to love that thing. But now that I've, like, tried to actually play one, it's too small. It's so cramped for, like, my long fingers. I have long fingies. I have long gamer fingies. Like, I can't play that. Yeah, it's tiny. And then the Game Boy is not portable. Like, that's kind of the problem I'm at now with like a lot of handheld devices, is like they're either so big that they're uncomfortable. They're either too big to be practical to carry around, or they're so small that they're uncomfortable. So I'd rather just wait. And I don't play games on my phone. I don't like playing games on my phone. My phone's not for that. I'm a weirdo. I used to mostly play games handheld, honestly. Like my DS Lite and my DSi were like the most played consoles I ever owned. Then like my PS2. Those were like the most. That was like most of my gaming for like such a long time, where like PlayStation 2 and Nintendo DS. GBA is fantastic. GBA games, like, GBA had like so many games that were like perfect for handheld format. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I don't know. Like now that the novelty of being able to play full power games on a handheld is like worn off, I'm starting to realize that it's just not like usually the kind of experience that I like in a handheld game. So I kind of miss having like the handheld to be shitty. You know what I mean? Because like those kind of games felt so much better to set aside like a minute or two whenever you had handheld time to play, and they felt more comfortable on the form factor. Versus like, I don't want to play like Doom in handheld. Like, I don't know. At least this is me. This is very much a me thing. Like, I totally get the appeal of it for other people still, but like now that the novelty's worn off for me, I'm realizing that it's not the kind of games I want to play in a handheld factor. Like the 3DS was the last one that I felt like those kind of games. Ooh. Look at Flingza. I kind of want to stick with the ink brush, even though it's the default. Of the mobile gaming? Yeah, but mobile gaming's a mess. I also hate mobile. I also just don't like playing games on my phone, but like even that, mobile gaming is kind of a mess right now. Break it. Oh, this is cool. I like this. Okay, there we go. Oh, right, we don't have one. Cool. I don't know. I think about this kind of stuff a lot, of like, not necessarily like, can we run something on a thing, but like, would it feel comfortable and at home on that kind of thing? And I feel like a lot of, like, there's not really the same kind of games that you would want handheld coming out anymore. So maybe I'm just a weirdo. Let a target escape? No. I would never. Okay, let's go. Now that I know what I'm doing, because I don't pay attention to what. Harvest Moon DS is the best Harvest Moon game. No, I agree with you, Beba, but that is one of the games I had to install on my 3DS when I was like adding in classic DS games. Like one of the first things I did was Harvest Moon DS. It's my favorite Harvest Moon game. It's so good. It's so good. It's a bit vanilla. Like it doesn't have like the most like stuff going on in it compared to other Harvest Moon games, but that's kind of one of the things I like about it. Is it's very like, it's a very pure experience. Wow, we fucked that up. Yeah, it's so good. It's just a really solid vanilla Harvest Moon game. I think about Harvest Moon DS a lot, actually. I really like that game. It's one of my favorite, like life sim style games I've ever played. just ever. I prefer it over like Stardew Valley and stuff. Like that's how much I like it. I like it way more than Stardew. Like by a lot. And I love Stardew, but Harvest Moon DS, man, that's where it's at. And me and Spooky yell at each other over who Best Girl is, even though we're arguing about 2 different games. Because that's what we do. That's how me and Spooky interact, is we just argue. And that's fine. Oh, I was getting nervous. Yeah, arguing over best waifu. Well, we disagree on a lot of them. It's very funny. Me and Spooky agree on everything, and then we'll get to, like, who's best girl, and then we just have, like, the opposite opinion. It's very funny. It's hilarious. Because it's just like, that's our conversations, is like, I agree. Oh, absolutely. Oh, completely. And this girl's great, and I'm like, fuck you, she's fucking garbage. Go. I don't know why I did that. Okay. Why are you up there? Damn it. Hey, Javert. Hello, hello. How's it Gertin? Merry Gertsmas. We're just splooning. We're just gushing some Gert, as you do. Gushing some Gert, like the gamers do. What does this do? What secrets are you hiding? Decoration. How many upgrade things do we have? We have 3 fish. Okay. Well, I don't even know what I want. Suit recovery? Splat bombs. Sensor? Sensor. Suit recovery. We'll probably just go for this once we get 5. Certain version number. Interesting. Did not know that. I don't know what version I had. I don't know the differences between them, but I know whatever version I had, I played the hell out of. And I always married Celia because she's the fucking best, and anyone who disagrees is gonna be lame. What is it? What is it, little buddy? I don't think he's gonna open it. I don't think he's gonna. I think he's having a time. Hey TRM, hello, hello. Buenos afternoon. El bueno, mucho taste the mundo. Very morning good. Damn it. Yeah, I'm not sure what I had. I also played Harvest Moon Sunshine Islands a lot, but I didn't like it as much as Harvest Moon DS. And then I played Harvest Moon, not Harvest Moon, I played Animal Crossing Wild World so much that my save battery died. And man, you want to talk about like a bad time? Having your fucking save battery die on Animal Crossing Wild World is just painful. I like a lot of the ideas in the Islands games. I didn't think they were as compelling because they just have they're really hard to start. Like the first half of playing one of the Islands games in Harvest Moon is really painful because you don't have access to like literally anything. Yeah, upgrading tools is really painful in it. There's like someone right outside my window. It's really weird. I think they're just working, but like it's really weird. Anyways, sorry, I just wanted to point that out if you hear anything. Ooh, let's do the squiffer. I love a squiffer. Yeah, like I really didn't. Sunshine, the Islands games were weird. I appreciate the effort, but I just always went back to DS. DS was better. I should go back and play them. It's been forever since I played any of my classic Harvest Moons. I never played a console Harvest Moon game. I only ever played handheld ones. Which is fine. To me, those games feel like super at home on a handheld. Like, to me, that's where they belong. Which is weird that I don't Stardew handheld. It's mainly because I don't like the Switch handheld. I think that's what it is. I think it's more like I have a problem with the Switch handheld than I do Stardew handheld. Damn it. You're gonna learn that I can't hit the side of a barn. Or gauge distance. Did you know I used to be a charge main? So this is how I make decisions. Oh, I'm on a timer. I didn't realize I was on a timer. Oh yeah, the complicated farming. I just want to like farm the shit. Like I don't care about none of the fancy stuff. I haven't Sanctuary thing in 14. Is 14 doing cool stuff? I don't know much about what's going on in the fun. I only ever know what like Shiv tells me. I love hearing Shiv talk about Final Fantasy. It makes me very happy. I just haven't, I don't know, I don't like MMOs, but I haven't liked a Final Fantasy game since 12. Even like spin-offs and shit, just Final Fantasy hasn't done anything for me in a long time. Which is fine, it doesn't need to, it's just kind of sad to grow away from a series as it develops. Then again, I've never always been fully on board with a lot of decisions Final Fantasy makes. Like, it's my biggest hot take. I think the ATB system is stupid. I hate the ATB system in Final Fantasy ever since they implemented it. I think it's dumb. And I think it actively takes away from the game and just doubles down on problems that people have with RPGs and, like, admits defeat to them rather than trying to stand up to them. What the fuck? This is a really tough one. The Human Secretary has a new money-making scheme. They give you an island. Harvest Moon. Okay, so they turn it into Harvest Moon. They're like, hey, what if you could play Stardew Valley in Final Fantasy? That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. All games need a farming minigame. We're just gonna. What was my other weapon option? Oh, interesting. I think the Squiffer is probably the hardest way to do this. This would be a lot easier with like a blaster or like a splatter shot. I've been wanting to play like some of the older Final Fantasies ever since the Pixel remasters came out. I've been trying to think about when I want to play those with y'all. Oh my god. Hit it. Hit the thing. It's not the worst time test involving the Squiffer? Jesus! What do they think the Squiffer can do? Sounds like they have more confidence in the Squiffer than the Squiffer deserves. Well, I was thinking 3, but I'd be down for 4. I've never played 4. But I have a lot of love for 3. 3 was it was either my first or second. Specifically the DS version of 3. Because that's, of course it was. You know, the story of Final Fantasy. We didn't get 3 for a long time. But I love it. I absolutely adore 3. I think it's very good. Fuck. No, I choked at the end. I choked at the end so bad. I just choked at the end. Fuck, I hate it when I choke. God damn it. It's like fucking choked. Damn it. I usually do so well, and then I just choke on it at the end. Goddamn Squiffer. What was I saying? Oh, I want to play 3. I just really enjoy it a lot. It's a very, like, gameplay-driven game. Hey, gamer. Hello, hello. I'm talking about Final Fantasy. My first one, if it wasn't 3, it would have been 1 on the NES, because I did have an NES growing up. And I really like 1. Like, specifically the really buggy, stupid version of 1 that is the original. I think that game's really fun. Like, I legit think there's, like, a joy to playing, like, the really simple purity of Final Fantasy 1. It's the same as, like, going back to, like, Dragon Quest 1 or 3, right? Like, there's a simple purity to those games that's, like, really charming. Damn it. Try Stringer. Oh god, I'm so bad. I'm so bad with the bow in this game. I was excited for the bow, and then I tried it, and I'm like, oh, no, no, no. But like, the reason why, like, when we were playing Bravely Default 2, why that, like, resonated with me so much is because, like, it has a lot of the DNA of Final Fantasy 3 in there. So I felt, like, really at home with that game. Which, you know, that's kind of what they're going for. A lot more, like, gameplay-wise rather than, like, content, like, story content-wise, because there's not really much story in Final Fantasy 3. There is a bullshit tower at the end, if you're a fan of those. Oh, that's how you do it. Oh, that is how you do it. There's more? Holy shit, this one's window is fucking tight. God damn, that's a tight window. God damn, that's tight. Fucking hell. I thought that was the end. I didn't think there was, like, gonna be more beyond the door. Did I miss something? Oh, yes. I'm determined to do it with the Squiffer. We could do it easier with, like, a blaster or something, but I'm determined at this point to do it with the Squiffer. Yeah, I'm determined. I'm stubborn. I like the Squiffer. It's a more fun weapon. Although, I'm used to, like, longer range on my chargers. God damn. I can't fucking squiff on this. It's so weird that people are hanging out outside my fucking apartment. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I'm not a fan. What was I saying? We were talking about Final Fantasy, right? Yeah, I've played several versions of Final Fantasy 1. And I like that game a lot. I've played Final Fantasy 2, specifically like the remakes of it. I don't like Final Fantasy 2. Not a good game. It's not as bad as people make it out to be, but it's not my favorite. It's not fantastic. I have not played 4, 5, or 6. I've played 7. I like 7. I still own my physical copy, but I also think that game's like a bit overrated. I struggle to get into 8 because I hated the gameplay and I hated systems. But I have not finished that game or gotten particularly far in it. Let's see. I love 9. 9 is tied for my favorite with 12. 10 is good. I sit pretty neutral on 10. I like 10. I like 10 just fine. I think it's a good game. I think that's a good game. 12 is tied with my favorite, as I said. The gameplay of 12 is so fun, and I love that world and those characters. Let's see. What else is there? There's 13. You know, there's an order to these. I fucking forgot what games were coming out in Final Fantasy, and it's like literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 13. We all know my feelings on 13. Oh, God, fucking 13. 14's an MMO. MMOs aren't my thing. Oh, same with I never played 11, but 11's an MMO. Well, MMOs aren't my thing. I just don't. I don't vibe with MMOs. Too much. MMOs are too much. Damn it. Okay. Cool. Nice. Clean. I can't hit the side of a barn. A lot of people like 13, and I will stand up for that game is incredibly misunderstood. I just hate it, but I do think it's an incredibly misunderstood game. As someone who has played through 13, fucking how many times at this point? Twice? Who's doing 10? A lot of people love 10. I know a lot of people whose favorites were 10. I just don't love it as much. I don't like the sphere grid as much. It has the same problem as like the original version of Final Fantasy 12, where it's like it's too open. I prefer my people to have job classes and like specific things that are selection based on that. I don't like how open the sphere grid is. I think it's too open. I don't know. It's a weird thing, and I don't think the story's like the best. I don't think it's the worst either. Its world is pretty cool sometimes. It's not my favorite world, but it's a good one. It's not the original one. It's not as interesting as it could be though. Like it's not as like job classy as I would like it to be. I don't like the sphere grid. People always fucking praise the sphere grid, and I'm like, I don't find it compelling. I don't find it compelling. I do like its battle system. I have no problems with the linearity of Final Fantasy X. I think people complaining about the linearity of Final Fantasy X don't realize that almost all Final Fantasy games are fucking linear. People always say that about 13, and I'm like, so was fucking 10, and so was all the other games. Like, the linearity of it is so fucking not the problem with that game. Like, linearity is totally fine and 100% fine, and all these Final Fantasy games are pretty fucking linear. They just don't make you feel like it. Like, how often are you playing a Final Fantasy game and you're like, I can go to like all these different places to do all these different things in an open way? You're not. You're like, okay, I finished this area. I'm gonna go to the only other area I can go to. Because there's no reason for me to go back. Unless there's like one mini game. Final Fantasy games are not open. Final Fantasy games are extremely linear. They just like create the illusion of being open. 13's problem is not that it's a linear game. Its problem is that it doesn't feel like a world. It doesn't feel like a world until the very end. And that's the part that pisses me off the most, is at the very end, all of a sudden, it feels like a world that you're exploring. The best part of Final Fantasy 13 is one of the last areas is you're walking through a town that was completely turned into those monster things through like how the story goes, and it's all environmental storytelling, and it's just one linear path through a town with like occasionally a house you can walk into and look at stuff. And that's the best. That shows the potential of what that game could have been, completely linearly, because the linearity is not the problem. It's that there's nothing. Like a good example of this is the lack of shopkeepers, the fact that it's all just like the floating PC that you see everywhere, just in the middle of nowhere. Like the town and the shopkeepers are like one of the most important things in an RPG for making a world feel like a world. Final Fantasy 13 just doesn't feel like a world. It doesn't feel like an adventure you're going on, because everything is just Sonic the Hedgehog-esque fucking set pieces, just like abstract abstract lines. Which you can do linearity fine. Like I point at 10. 10 does that. 10 does that for like the whole first half of the game, but it feels like you're on an adventure. It feels like you're exploring a world. The linearity is not the problem. It's the world design and the lack of. Until the very end of the game. And then the gameplay I just don't like. But I get what it's going for. It's trying to be more of a fighting game, which is really weird. Reminds me a lot of fighting games. Once you can actually enjoy it, you'll try to enjoy it and wrap your head around it, which you only gain access to at the very fucking end of the game. Anyways, yeah, Sphere Grid is what Dragon Quest XI character builder wants to be. I wish it could be Dragon Quest XI's character grid. I love the skill board or whatever it's called in Dragon Quest XI. It's so good. It's not bloated in the slightest. It's like, it's the same thing of like, this is a board that you like slowly work your way down to get upgrades, but every single one is meaningful. There's no like, every single thing you can grab at any moment feels like a meaningful decision that is going to actually like greatly affect things. It's so good. I love it. Dragon Quest XI is a brilliantly designed game. Dragon Quest XI is so good. I recommend checking out the demo on the Switch if you haven't played it. So good. Damn it. Damn, this is hard. It's one of the best demos ever, yeah. Absolutely. Because it just lets you play like the first 20 hours of the story or something like that. It's insane. It's like the most confident demo. 4 hours? I thought it was like 20. I guess if you're speeding through it, I get distracted and I got distracted and ran around a lot. It's a lot of the game. Like, it's just nothing but confident. Like, it is the most confident your demo could ever be. Of just like, hey, yeah, I need to do more tap shots. I'm just like, I'm not really paying attention if I'm being honest. I'm just talking about Final Fantasy. I'm talking about video games. Yeah, the Squiffer's range is really weird. Around 10 hours. Okay, so I did it very long. You did it very fast. Somewhere in between. Yeah. We're both wrong. I don't know. Dragon Quest XI's demo is nothing but like radiating confidence that this is a good and worthwhile game. Like, it's not afraid. It's not afraid to be like, hey, this is our game. After you play this, you'll know if you like it or not. And I think that worked for it very well. Because that game did well. Like, Dragon Quest is finally gaining popularity in the West. Like, mainstream popularity beyond, like, Dragon Quest fans. And I think, like, definitely Builders. Builders and 11 are definitely, I think, to thank for that. Because, like, there were definitely Dragon Quest fans before, but they never did particularly well. Which is fine, like, they don't need to do perfect, but it makes me glad to see that they are, because that means we're gonna get more. Fuck. Oh, how much did you find it for? Was it at least a good amount? Because I know the used gaming market's fucking nightmare right now. Holy hot damn. God, I have physical copies of all the Dragon Quest DS games, and I'm really glad I got them when I did because they've skyrocketed in price. Like, my copy of Dragon Quest V is so expensive, and I'm so glad I got that. I was able to play that when I did. No, come on. Especially, like, I feel like DS games are going up a lot, just because, like, you know, people are very nostalgic for the DS. Yeah, and I feel like the gaming market wasn't always the worst. It's just in more recent years after people have, like, started investing in these, just because, like, investment boom of 2020, of just anything that's a hobby. It's kind of... No, you shouldn't feel bad for trading in games. You should feel bad for the market fucking doing what it's done. Like, trading in games should be a valid and cool thing to do. It's just the market is now kind of scummy. Not everyone, not all vendors who are like selling games are, by the way. Like, it's mainly like in recent years there's been a lot of people who like have no passion for games that are just artificially inflating prices for the sake of artificially inflating prices for, you know, that profit margin. But I have nothing wrong with like people who like actually give a shit being vendors and like selling things for somewhat higher prices. A lot of my opinions on this kind of thing is the same thing with trading card games, where it's like a lot less about like the thing, it's a lot more of the intention behind the thing. Like, it's like when people got into Pokemon and like were shooting the prices up for no other reason other than like because money signs were in their eyes and not because they actually gave a shit about cards. It's the same thing happened to video games. Exactly. Let me look up Dragon Quest DS games. Dragon Quest DS. Let's not look at Amazon prices, because Amazon prices are fucking stupid. Okay, well, I don't trust the version that's coming from Macari for $36 of Dragon Quest V. I don't think that's a good copy. I have a hunch, chat, but that's a bad copy. Yeah, like 130 for 4, 80 for 6. Don't pay $80 for Dragon Quest 6. Don't pay 134 for 4. Like, don't pay that. Fucking 5 is too much. Buy these. Fucking pirate this shit. Pirate these games. They're worth it. Or you can buy the mobile version, which is the DS version, but better. In the case of 4, it's actually the best version. Is the version you can get on your phone. But no, I super recommend. Yeah, no, this is ridiculous. Fucking hell. Yeah. Yo, you should download video games. Yeah, no, they've all shot up. It's because they didn't sell well. Like, when they came out, like, when the Dragon Quest DS games were coming out, very few copies were made and sold. Because people didn't care about Dragon Quest back then. Like, those games sold like shit. They absolutely sold like fucking garbage. Oh, I guess I switched weapons. Oops. Whatever, we're talking about Dragon Quest. I don't care. Like, they didn't sell well. Like, it sounds like a crazy thing to say now, but those games didn't do well at all. Like, people liking Dragon Quest is like a new thing. If your name wasn't Final Fantasy, people did not want to play your RPGs until like recent years. Especially if you were like a fucking JRPG. Oh my god, reading? No thank you. I say this as someone who has always loved JRPGs. Wow, this is Man, this is a way different experience using this gun. Can you hit the balloons? Thank you. Yeah, 9's really good. 9 is really good. I would love to be able to go back in time. Well, not even go back in time. Just go at some point and be able to play 9 with, like, get, like, a group of people together, of 4 friends. Four close friends of mine, and just, like, play through Dragon Quest 9 together as, like, a party. Like, the way that game is intended to be played. I would absolutely love to do that one day, but probably never gonna happen. I fell into that sack. Do we know what's happening with these things yet? Or, I don't know, I'm not paying attention to the story. I don't know why I asked. Because if we are, I wouldn't have read it anyways. Oh, I'd fucking download a video game. Listen, it's not even like these are, like, games that are supported. Like, if you give me, like, a legal way to get the game, I will. If you give me, like, a way that's gonna support the creators, I will. These are fucking Nintendo DS cartridges. Alright, that are selling for, like, amounts that no person should ever pay for one game. Like, I'm gonna fucking pirate it. I mean, I say that, I own them, but, like, in other cases, like, I'm just gonna fucking pirate it. It's not like I'm supporting the creators or anything. If I do buy it, like, I'm not. I'm buying it secondhand. I'm supporting fucking Final Fantasy X Cloud Fan 7825 on eBay. They're not making me more games. Hate to break it to you, but supporting them is not going to get me more games. This is fun. This is pretty dope. I don't know. I'm very pro video game piracy. I'm very pro it. Like, just support the people who need and deserve it. Like, don't be a shithead about it. In most cases, it's pretty alright, though. Yeah, exactly. Cloudly and Heart 447. Exactly. Okay, well, I'm not doing that again, so we're moving forward. We're just gonna blast. How many wrenches do I have? 3. I need 5 for that. So we're gonna save up for the big one. We're gonna save up for the 5. Huh? Little buddy found something? Oh, sweet. Some gushers. Oh, this like splits in 2 different ways. Oh, snap. I don't know. There's a lot of cool games out there. But yeah, no, like for the longest time until like modern era gaming, it's one of the few things that I think like, no, I'm being dramatic when I say that, but like it's one of the things that like, for the longest time, storytelling in gaming was seen as like not the thing to do. Like, no one plays video games for a story. Why the fuck would you want like a bunch of words in your game? You want to shoot shit. You want to jump on shit. You want a Mario. You want to do all this stuff. Like, the concept of playing a game for, like, storytelling was not popular until, I would say, around, like... I mean, it slowly grew. It slowly grew in popularity. But, like, at first, like, nobody wanted games for that for the longest time. Like, it's only in the modern era that's considered, like, the mainstream thing to do. Which is why a lot of these, like, older games, like Dragon Quest and shit like that, people are actually getting into now. Without their time in the sun, because... You know, yeah, exactly. Like, it can make a game more engaging. But, like, back in the day, people didn't think that. People didn't want to read. People didn't want to engage in a story. They just wanted to click on shit, which is fine. Like, I have nothing wrong with people feeling that way about gaming, but it's just... It's nice to be in an era where, like, storytelling is looked at not negatively as a thing for games, like it used to be. You know what I mean? Not counting you think BioShock was. Interesting. That's a fairly new game. Sorry, I have like a jar of peanuts. So I'm just gonna dump some of these nuts in my mouth. Just real quick. No, that's all good. I'm not judging you for it. I just think that's interesting. Like, I'm definitely not judging you for that. It's just interesting. I have not used the Splatoon yet, so this is new. This is very new for me. What was I saying? I was very lucky that my cousins, specifically my cousins, were like we're into video games already, so I got like a lot of stuff secondhand through them. Because my like actual mom and like who I lived with that raised me were not into me playing video games. They did not like that. We also did not have much money outside of that, so like everything I got, I essentially got from like secondhand from my cousins and shit. So I was always like, I never really played like modern gaming, unless I was like, my cousin was, in which case it wasn't my games. It was just me like watching him play like Grand Theft Auto or some shit. Or like Uncharted back when he was really Uncharted, which Uncharted's good. I enjoyed watching him play Uncharted, and then I played a little bit myself. But for the most part, like I was always like playing with like thrift store games, like hand-me-downs and shit. Like my like I said, like I had an NES as a kid. I'm like 24. What 24-year-old's first console was the NES? And then like I played my other cousin, different cousin. I played her PS1. I played that a lot. I eventually got an Xbox, like the original Xbox. I got it at a thrift store for like dirt cheap. And I traded it eventually for a PS2. I traded it with someone for a PS2, and I do not regret that decision in the slightest. I was way too young to be making this kind of a trade, by the way. I was like very young. But like that PS2 was my main console all the way until like basically until I was like paying taxes. Like my first console I got that was like with my own money was my Wii U, which I bought with a tax return. I did have an Xbox 360, which I bought like at the end of the 360's life cycle. Not at the end of it, because it actually lasted a while, but like people were already talking about like Xbox One and shit when I got mine. No, they weren't. Never mind. I'm over predicting. When did I get my fucking 360? It was like 20. It was old at that point. People were talking. It was definitely old at that point. Fucking when was it? Damn. It was. Right, I'm just doing some math in my head. I was. How old was I? I must have been. Okay, let me do some counting. Fucking 12 years ago? Yeah, 12 years ago I got my 360. Which I still have, and that was my only console all the way until like I got my first tax return on my job. And I bought a Wii U with that. Other than that, like I mostly played like PS2 and Nintendo DS that I got for Christmas from my aunt, and then I played like a lot of hand-me-down games. A lot of hand-me-down games, and me borrowing a lot of games from my cousins. Did I just go backwards? Other than that, it was like a lot of piracy. It was a lot of video game piracy. I'm very pro video game piracy for that reason. Like, I understand like people not having funding. But like a lot of my gaming was, let's see, I was living in one place where the people I was living with had an N64. Everybody I knew had an N64. Everybody had a fucking N64 that I knew for some reason. Like, that was like the console everybody had, was the N64. So I played a lot of Nintendo 64. Me and my cousin, it was like one of our favorite consoles, like, because he had his that was a hand-me-down from his older brothers, and I would play with him a lot. And then when I was living with a specific guy that my mom was dating, he just let me play his N64 and just have it in my room. So I played a shit ton of N64. And I loved the hell out of it. What? Can I ink this? No? What am I doing? Where am I going? I'm not paying attention. And I think I'm paying for not paying attention right now. Yeah, but because of that, I actually played a lot of different N64 games, which is cool. Like, the fact that everybody I knew had an N64 meant that I got to play a lot of that library. It's such a cool console. Which is weird that I feel that way, because like there wasn't much RPGs on the N64. But no, like my time with like the DS Lite and the time playing like PS2 games, a lot of PS2 RPGs. I wound up stumbling into a lot of RPGs and stuff, a lot of JRPGs. I played but like a lot of emulation too, me just exploring games that I thought looked interesting. I don't know, it's interesting. But like, I was always like really far behind on like what games were cool. My first game I ever played was another family member who is not one of the ones I've already listed had a Sega Genesis, what you were saying, Cole. And my first game I ever played, this is like my oldest memory, is playing Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on their Genesis, and The Sims. They let me play The Sims, not on the Genesis, but like on their PlayStation 2 as well. What's the PlayStation 2 that they had? That's not like my oldest memory. This is like a huge time jump I just had in like the same sentence, but I also played a lot of The Sims on their stuff. But like most of my gaming was at my cousin's house. I spent a lot of time there. I hung out with him a lot. But thankfully they were like all into nerdy shit, and their parents were all for it because it meant they were staying out of trouble. Like my aunt and uncle, like the way they looked at it is like, if they're into games, they're not out there drinking and into drugs and shit. And they were in the house, and you knew they were okay. You knew they weren't up to anything. Which, it's very true. Does the door just fucking open? Is that the problem that... The door just opens if we just walk up to it. God damn it. We literally died looking for a switch. Well, but no, I did like a lot of thrift store shopping for games. I did a lot of like used game buying. Like, I don't think I ever bought games brand new. I don't think I ever owned a brand new game until, I think the first time I ever bought a game brand new, not used at all, was, it must have been like Animal Crossing New, and the game had already been out for a long time at that point. I didn't own my 3DS until I was working until I was working like a full-time job. Like that's when I bought my first, like, that's when I bought my 3DS. And I bought with it Animal Crossing, because like Wild World was my favorite game at the time. Animal Crossing Wild World was my all-time favorite game for like a lot of my childhood. And I wanted to play New Leaf. I knew people who had New Leaf, and I was like, this game looks so good, and it had been out for years at that point. Yeah, that was another thing. Rentals were big for me, because my aunt, my tia, who I spent a lot of time with, she was like the manager at the movie store, at the movie rental store that had like a decently sized, it probably wasn't that big looking back on it, but to me it felt like massive. It was like, so like we would just rent games all the time, because we could. So there was a lot of that. I don't know. It's interesting. You end up playing a lot of interesting stuff when you're a kid because you don't really have choices. You just roll with what you end up with. And it's very interesting. I kind of miss just like getting the most out of like the most random shit. There's something I kind of miss about that because like nowadays it's like we're spoiled for choice. Every game we play is like we have so many options and everything is like always so good that like I feel kind of spoiled by it, and I don't know. I feel like you don't treasure games as much as you used to. Now that we're kind of like, it's easy to know what's good. It's easy to know, like, we're spoiled for good content. There's so much good content. There's infinitely more good content. That is all just so easy to figure out. And even like if you don't have like a ton of games, like it's easy to know which games are worth going for. That I feel like people don't really treasure their games like they used to. Like this idea of like disposable media like makes me really, not this idea, but this like thing of disposable media, like the way people handle media now with the advent of like streaming and like all this stuff. I just don't, it rubs me the wrong way. It rubs me really, really the wrong way. I don't know, it feels really weird. Oh yeah, that's some of my favorite is like you'll have like, you'll get like fond memories for games that if you went back to now are like, this game's dog shit. Like Lego Soccer Mania. The GooTuber. Oh. Okay. Oh, we're gonna fucking splurt some girt out of our GooTube. Okay. This is unfortunate. This is very unfortunate. Yeah, like this isn't even me. This is just Sploon. Like Sploon is the one who's fucking GooTubing. You've heard of VTubers. You've heard of Flesh Tubers. You've heard of, you know, all these other tubers. You know, get ready for GooTubers. Fucking shoot your goo, my dude. Hell yeah. No. Denied. What were we saying? I got distracted by GooTuber and I don't remember my train of thought. God, that fucked. Oh, right. I forgot that chargers can do this. I used to be a charger main, fun fact. Do not go to GooTube.com. Do not. Do not. You will not like what you see. Turns out it's not a forum of fans of this weapon. Turns out that fans of the GooTube, the GooTuber from Splatoon, don't own that website, it turns out. I know. It's a big surprise. I don't know what else it could be. Well, I mean, I know what else it could be. I saw it. I didn't see it. I don't want to Google that. Anyways, I'm thinking about becoming a GooTuber. Fucking hell. Wait, how did I mess that up? What? God damn it. I can't fucking... God, I charge my goo and then it doesn't fucking fire correctly. There we go. Damn it, I missed. 1 second, wait, no, I can do it again. I can do it again. Wait, we still got ink. We still got ink. We're good. I can do it again. I can do it again. We can go again. 1 second, watch. There we go. Fucking... God, we gooed that guy right in his fucking face. Get girded. We fucking girded him. God damn it. Splat him. Fucking get flavor blasted. Anyways, what were we talking about? This game fucking is terrible. Oh, just like games, yeah. So a lot of my games were just all over the place with what I was able to play. I was very lucky. It's kind of like one of those small town things where it's like, people had nothing better to do, so like a lot of people just had consoles sitting around because like, what are you also gonna do? Go out in the woods? Sure, I guess, but there's bears. damn it. Oh, right, I don't have one. Stop blocking me. There we go. I keep on trying to throw bombs. Alright, cool. So what makes the Goo Tuber special? What does this gun do? Is there something I'm missing about this gun, or is this just like a charger? Is it just a very gloopy charger? Like, is it just excel at goo shooting? Like, are we just good at blasting goo? Is that all it is? I don't understand. Fucking get goo blasted. I swear to God. They got face guards. It's cheating. Okay, we need more ink. Oh. I don't like that. That's stupid. That's bad. That's like really bad. The only reason why this Squiffer is like usable is like you trade off the damage for the ability to do shit correctly. If you're gonna lose the speed for the sake of holding a charge, just use a fucking real charger. There we go. Oh. Fucking goo in your eye. Yeah, that sounds pretty bad. That sounds pretty atrocious. My goo is ineffective. I can't fucking gush on these. Why can't I gush these? There we go. Never mind, solved it. This would have been helpful a minute ago. How do we get back up there? Wow, there's so much fucking shit everywhere. This place got girded up. I'm a real gamer, Gert. Okay, we're good. I don't remember what we were talking about. Whatever, it's fine. We're just gaming. Charge now, splat later. I fucking hate that mission. That gun sucks. Where are we going next? Talking about the Goo Tuber. Right. Man, I don't know what to do with that information. Fucking goddamn. Oh yeah, playing obscure games because we had to. Yeah, like fucking hell, that's how I played like Lego Soccer Mania like a shit ton. I put in so many hours in the Lego Soccer Mania. I don't like sports games or sports. But god damn it, I was gonna have fun with my fucking game. And no one can stop me. There was also like, there was Lego Racers, which on the N64, that game fucking rules. Lego Racers on the N64 is actually a good game. There's a paintball code for a NASCAR game? What does that even do? What? Well, you find the tombs, and you find the treasures. Now let's use a real Squiffer. Fucking, let's get him with our Squiffer wet jet. Get fucking squiffed on. Alright, let's go. Cause car accidents. I mean, that sounds like how you play NASCAR. That sounds like NASCAR. That sounds like why people like NASCAR. Hell yeah. Let's go. Wrath of the Dead Rabbit. Hello? Big, 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 big. A big man. This is the best song in this game. It's the Big Man song. A big, 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 big man. Love me a Squiffer. Fucking get him, fucking Squiffer. Oh, wait, no, I see. Maybe I don't see. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. You couldn't play a point and click on NES? Oh, I want to play some point and clicks. I want to play some NES. I want to play some NES games. I really want to play Protopia, Serial Murder Case. Sorry, I'm just pouring some nuts in my mouth. I got nut mouth right now, so I can't make talking hard. Okay, we're good. Back to Big Man. I really want to play Protopia. They were talking about it on a podcast I listened to recently. And I was like, God, it reminded me that I really want to play that game. Oh, I play an NES boy. Hell yeah, give me the fucking jank. Let's fucking jank me up. Jank me up inside. You know what? Let's not. Let's not. Maybe let's not. Maybe let's rethink that one. I don't know. I like the idea of. I just like seeing like old games where people were trying weird shit. What? I would never speak without thinking. I would never speak without thinking. That is not. Splurt goo or goo tuber. Well, we're not using the goo tuber. We're using the fucking Squiffer. Fucking blasting shit with her Squiffer wet jet. Get fucking flavor blasted. There's nothing wrong with Gert. Okay? There's nothing wrong with Gert. Trix yogurt. Go-Gurt. All just Gert. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Gert. I can't have Gert though, I'm lactose intolerant. Get fucking Gerted. Yeah, no, no, there's a lot wrong with Gamer Cheese. Gamer Cheese is a disaster. There is Silk Gert, that's true. I'm just not compelled to get it. Like, I'm not bummed out by the fact that I can't enjoy myself some Gert, right? Like, I'm not really particularly bothered by the fact that Gert upsets my belly. I do miss Go-Gurt, though. Fucking Go-Gurt. Slurp it till it's flat. Is that still their tagline? Have they changed their tagline? They probably should. They probably should change their tagline. How long was that their tagline? Fucking Go-Gurt. Slurp it till it's flat. Ow. God damn it. We just got fucking blasted the shit out of. Big man. Big man. Yes! I would not make things up. I would never make things up. Why would I make up something that is terrible when I can just say things that are real that are terrible? It's Go-Gurt, slurp it till it's flat. Cause it's the Gurt tube, right? Like you get the Go-Gurt and it's in the Gurt tube and you fucking slurp it till it's flat. So it's flat, not splat. Don't splat your Go-Gurt. Go-Gurt needs to talk to someone. Go-Gurt, we need to have a talk. Toucans, it's true. I don't know if what Cole said was true. I've never heard that one, but I know slurp it till it's flat was the thing. It's like toothpaste. Toothpaste, slurp it till it's flat. Don't slurp your toothpaste till it's flat. Don't do that. Back in 2002 or whatever. What happened in 2000? Oh, Go-Gurt, yeah. I don't know. Advertising's weird. Slogans are bizarre. Donkey Berry Punch? That's not a flavor. Those are just words that you put together. I mean, I say it all the time, but like more people need to know about the Shrek flavored Twinkie Goo. Or the Twinkie cream, the Shrek cream. There we go, the Shrek cream, that's what it is. Because like, back for Shrek, they also had, I don't remember what Shrek it was, but for one of the Shreks, they had Shrek cream. They had the Shrek cream for the Twinkies. And I was like, I don't need any, actually. Actually, I don't. It looks fucking vile. It would give the whole Twinkie like a greenish tint. And it's just awful. I don't even like Twinkies to begin with, but I'm like, now they're like extra unappetizing with fucking Shrek cream. Like, hot damn. Also, getting this controller grip is making this a lot more comfortable than back when I was just using the Joy-Con. What? That's what it is! August 1st, 2017, Go-Gurt launched a new campaign titled Kids Never Had It So Easy. And the campaign features two grumpy old 4th graders bemoaning how easy kids, meaning 3rd graders, have it. What? Go-Gurt, who are you trying to appeal to? Who are you trying to appeal to with this marketing strategy? Who the fuck are you trying to appeal to? Or are you saying that like Go-Gurt's more convenient than ever? Like, fucking you don't even have to slurp it yourself anymore? Like, what do you mean it's easy? It's Go-Gurt. It's Go-Gurt. What do you mean the kids have it easy nowadays? It's Go-Gurt. What do you mean, Go-Gurt? Kids have it eaten. You've been around Go-Gurt. Like, those kids who are complaining could also eat Go-Gurt. Yeah, Go-Gurt needs to figure their shit out. I swear to fucking God, Go-Gurt. I'll slurp you till you're flat. Come on, stop. I'm getting fucking just absolutely flavor blasted with the fucking Gurt right now, and I'm not here for it. It's too much. Yeah, you slipped on some Go-Gurt with the boys. That's what you would do. You would like freeze it. You slurp down the Go-Gurt with the boys. Except for me, I'd be like, hey, I can't have this. No, there wasn't Shrek Gert. It was the Shrek cream with the Twinkies. That's what I would have. Because fucking I couldn't have Go-Gurt. So it's onion flavored. No, I'm pretty sure it's just like regular flavored, which just tastes like shit. Because it's fucking Twinkies. I really don't like Twinkies. They taste like chemicals. It's like chemicals and sugar. You wanna want Shrek Gert? I had Shrek Gert. I just don't like Twinkies. Oh, wait, no, I haven't had Shrek Gert. Never mind. I got it backwards. Sorry, I'm thinking about the Shrek cream. God damn it. My brain's on too many, like, substances right now. Was there a Shrek Gert? You know, it makes sense that there'd be Shrek Gert. I feel like there would be. There was Shrek everything. I don't think I'd want Shrek Gert. Shrek's not a Gertable. Shrek's not my kind of Gert. You know what I mean? Like, that's not an appealing color for Gert. Let's see, what's this? You find something, little buddy? Yeah, he's fucking, is he Gert? Did Shrek fucking just Gert everywhere? Yeah, like what flavor would they fucking do for Shrek Gert? Where'd little buddy go? Yeah, I know he's trying to tell me something. I don't know where he is. Oh, he's over there. How do I get over there? Shrek makes Go-Gurt? Onion flavor. See, I don't want that. That sounds terrible. I do not. That's just sour cream. Do you want Shrek sour cream? It's like Shrek cream, but sour. Man, this game really loves to give you the squiffer. That sounds terrible. I do not want that in my Gert. Like, no. No. You know what's really good though? I really like, have you ever had pineapple Gert? Like, pineapple Gert's fucking dope. Let a target. What am I doing? I'm thinking about Gert. I don't know what I'm doing. What? I love, to be fair, I do love pineapple anything. Pineapple's just like my favorite thing. What the fuck are you doing? What is happening? What? Hello? Ogre berry. What the fuck is an ogre berry? Oh, is this a nightmare? Is this a bad time? Oh, are we in for bad time? Well, shit. All right, let's go. What is happening? Yeah, go enjoy saying nothing in a meeting. Eat some Gert if you can. It's good for you. No, we're just starting over. I don't know. I was never big on Gert. You never had Go-Gurt? I mean, it's just yogurt that you slurp from a tube. Like, that's all it is. It's just like in like a shitty plastic tube, like a thin plastic tube. And you just fucking slurp the shit out of it. Like, that's all it is. It's also like really sugary and sweet, I guess, if you want like more detail. Like sugary sweet. Because it's American fucking candy eyes everything. Yeah, exactly. It's like meant to be like, it's just candy gurt, pretty much. Like if you want a more subtle flavor that actually tastes like fucking yogurt, like Go-Gurt's not the way to go. But if you want, it's really good for freezing though. Like it's frozen Go-Gurt is like one of the best things you can do. Like fucking throw that shit in the freezer and like fucking slobber on it for a while. Like it's delicious. It makes for a good dessert. Yeah, strawberry banana is pretty dope. It's probably the best Go-Gurt. Like a frozen strawberry banana gurt. Like, that's some pretty dope shit. I can't hit the side of a barn. Yeah, no, it's perfect for being frozen. Oh, that's true. I don't know. It probably might be a bit different in Canada. There's probably like a Go-Gurt equivalent if there's not Go-Gurt. But no, it's very much like, it's very desserty, very sugary, very artificial. Of course it is. No! God, we're getting fucking flavor blasted. Yeah, it's good frozen. Like, that's the way to do it. Honestly, if you do get some Go-Gurt, you gotta flavor blast it. Not flavor blast it, you gotta fucking freeze it. I don't know, I mean, it's not like amazing or anything, but it makes for good, like dessert type thing. That's if you eat dessert, because I don't. Fuck. I'm bad at game. Alright, come on, let's go. Let's fucking go. Nailed it. Yo play too. I don't know if I like adding the word tubes to it. I don't know if I'm a fan of that. I guess that's accurate. It's just not a fun name. Yo play tubes. Like, that's not fun. That's not a fun name. That's so dry. That's some fucking dry ass gurt. I like Go-Gurt. It's got good branding. Interesting. I wonder why they don't call it... I wonder why the brand is different. Interesting. I don't know. I drank like a lot of like juice instead as a kid because I couldn't have like milk in school, so I'd just like have to bring like juice or some shit. And let me tell you, if you want some good ass shit, fucking cranberry juice is where it's at. Like, cranberry juice is the best juice. Oh, you probably can't legally. Oh, it's kind of like how at the grocery store they sell frozen dairy treat instead of fucking ice cream. It's like, it's not ice cream. It is a frozen dairy treat. It is legally distinct. Legally not ice cream. Don't know why. I'm terrified to read it. Nice. All right, pull. Oh, that's a big boy. I missed. Fuck. Craft singles? Oh god, yeah. I don't particularly care much for craft singles. There's very few situations where I like a craft single. I like it on a burger. Like on a burger, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's chocolate drink. Craft singles are a lot. Damn it. Like they're good on like a burger. They're good on like a burger. That's it. That's the only acceptable place for a craft single. Well, they make a decently okay, like very specific flavor of grilled cheese, but it does not replace like a good grilled cheese. You know what I mean? There's like a proper grilled cheese, and then there's like the craft single grilled cheese, which is not amazing, but like it's good. Pasteurized prepared cheese product. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, grilled cheese. Is grilled cheese an American thing? Where you like get the cheese and you put it on your bread and you just toast it. And you get the cheese all melty and your bread all warm. Fucking yeah. Or you could be a heathen and just spread like jar cheese or like canned cheese across a piece of bread. Call that a grilled cheese. Oh, it's only good on burgers. Yeah, it's decent for grilled cheese. I've had better grilled cheeses, right? Like it's not bad. It's just I always rather have like a grilled cheese. Exactly. Like it's fine. Like I don't hate it, but like if I'm making my own grilled cheese, like I'm not gonna use fucking craft singles. I'm gonna use like, yeah, I'm gonna use like a real cheese. There's so many good, like really creamy cheeses that you can use. Americans just don't know what the fuck cheese. Americans just don't know what the fuck cheese, I feel. Like they think cheese is like one flavor. You ever notice that? Like Americans just think there's like cheese flavor. The cheese tastes so completely different depending on what kind of fucking cheese it is. Oh, apple and cheese? That sounds delicious. Like use like a Gouda or something. Like some nice melty Gouda with like little tiny apple, like thin apple slices in there. That'd be pretty dope. Put on like some, like a sweeter bread. That'd be pretty dope. Yeah, Munster is pretty good. Okay, we need to recharge. We need to recharge our fucking gamer cheese. Fuck, I thought it was bouncing differently. Damn it. Yeah, oh yeah, perfect. Or if you want something savory, you can also put it on like a sourdough. I love sourdough, but I don't like sourdough with very many things. Like sourdough is one of my favorite breads. I just don't like it with like a lot of things. Swiss is good. Swiss is a nice simple cheese. I'm a big fan of cheese. Gouda might be one of my favorite cheeses. Like just a little bit of honey on Gouda. Hell yeah. Yo, fucking people need to up their fucking cheese sandwich game. Yo, you can do some real shit with some cheese sandwiches. But people are afraid. People are cowards. People are too afraid of the power that a good cheese sandwich can bring. Yeah, some fucking smoked ass Gouda. It's a pretty Gouda time, if you ask me. That's some Gouda shit. I don't have any cheese at home. I don't want to go out, because then I'm going to have to put on public clothes. I'd also have to leave my house. I don't want to leave my house. I say house, it's not a fucking apartment. Ooh, onion jack. I do like onion. Nice, nice. Yeah, we're Gertin. How you doing, Joshua Caleb? We're talking about fucking cheese. Talking about cheese and Gert and Go-Gurt, like frozen Go-Gurt. You can... God, I love frozen Go-Gurt. I wish it didn't hurt my belly. What the fuck? Yo, that's fucked up. That's a fucked up phase. Yo, that shit's like, that's messed up. No, not Gert cheese. Yeah, what the Gert? That sounds like something someone would say in like a dumb cartoon. Like, what the Gert? No, grilled cheese, not a Gert cheese. Yeah, and I'd say fuck that noise. Sounds like a kid's swear word. Yeah, no, exactly. What the Gert? I do like me some Gert. Not Gert, cheese. Fuck. God damn it, I'm getting all my words mixed up. Like, I love cheese. Where you taking me, little buddy? I did not, but I heard people say that. Something, big man. Oh, sweet. Well, I'm glad it went over fast. We're just talking about food. I guess this is food time. Yeah, no, that sounds like a bad thing. I don't know. Kids say weird shit. Kids say the weirdest shit. They just like string words to, I mean, I also just string words together, but it's different when I do, because I'm a gamer and I'm allowed to string random words together. Because I'm a gamer. Oh, and I don't have power eggs. Okay. Yeah. Joy-Con and off. Yeah. What? Speaking of Joy-Con off, can we use my Pro Controller now? Can we Joy-Con off real quick? How does this work again? Okay, we'll do that. My controller probably has enough charge. Yeah, Joy-Con off. There we go. Oh, this feels weird. I'm so used to the fucking Joy-Cons now. Oh no. Oh, everything. This controller is so big. Fucking hell, this controller is so big. This feels weird. I'm not used to handling this much fucking... Goddamn. It's a lot of controller. It's like the Duke. Remember the Duke controller? I fucking love the Duke, actually. The Duke is a fucking hilarious controller. I do love me the Duke. It's very funny. That controller is like the most impractical thing. Like, have y'all ever like handled the Duke before? It's fucking massive. That thing is huge. Okay. Oh, this is so much more comfortable. Holy shit. Yeah, no, I definitely like a bigger controller. This is not tiny in my hands. Yeah, the Duke. The Duke is the original controller for the original Xbox. They had to replace it with They'd replace with other controllers that were like normal size because it was fucking colossal. Like it was too much controller to handle. Like people could not actually physically hold the fucking controller. I love it. I love it. It's fucking substantial. That's some substantial controller energy. Hey, Stabby, we're talking about the Duke. It's very substantial. The one gimmick controller I want, but yeah, I want a Slime Pro controller as well. I do not have one, but I really want it. Because, wow, who would have guessed? I want a slime thing. You probably didn't have a Duke then. Because, like, they did not make many of them. It was only, like, the very first wave. Because people complained a lot, and, like, a lot of people could not physically hold their controllers. Which is very funny. Alright, let's upgrade. They actually brought it back for like an anniversary for Xbox. They made like a wireless one for the Xbox One of the Duke, and I think that was a really funny choice because it's a fucking shit controller. My hands hurt on the Switch handle. Yeah, but like that has a lot more to do with like the shape of the Switch as well. And I never said I could use the Duke. I just think it's funny. Listen, my hands are not buff. I have very small, I don't have small hands. I have like very, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the fucking word I'm looking for about my hands? Delicate. I have very delicate hands. I mean, I guess that is the right word for it. My hands are not beefy. I don't have beefy hands. Duke, dainty, delicate. Yeah, I mean, those are words to describe it. Not the words I was thinking of, but those are good words to describe it. I just don't have buff hands. I don't know. I don't do girty. My hands are very girty. No, my hands are not girty. I can't stand having, like, dirty fingers. Or, like, dirty hands. That shit's fucking terrible. I do not have yaoi hands. I do not have yaoi hands. I do not. I do not. I absolutely do not have yaoi. What the fuck are we talking about? I do not. I do not. This is not a thing. This is not a thing that I have. I don't have any fucking yaoi proportions. I have normal human proportions. I don't want to be pissed. I really don't want to be pissed. Fucking gamer cheese, goddamn. Hey, my phone's ringing. What is this? No, no, no. 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 No, crowds, no. Are we still Yao? No, not yet. Not fucking Yowie. God damn it. We're not yellow, not Yowie. I meant to say yellow. I meant to say yellow. You did this. This is your fault. This is your fault. I would never. How do I unlock color? Off. It always locks me in at yellow, and I don't want to be fucking yellow locked. Play AI, the Somnium files, no. Maybe. Full of microplastics, same. I am also full of microplastics. Be sure to stretch. No. I don't know you. Harriet Wolf. More like Harry Wolf. You got a lot of hair. Slime Jr. Don't know who that is. I don't know who that man is. Buff the bow? No. I wish I had a stylus. No. You don't get one. Oh, that's one big man. That's a very big man. 1 second. This is a big man. It's a very big man. Yes. New crime. I don't know who this... Why would I know who that is? Absolutely. I will unite. Little Pokemon unite. Why would I know who that is? I don't know who anybody is. I don't know people. Oh, you know when I was like trying to look at my hair to just figure out what color I was? Remember that? I'm sorry, what? I eat sand. You got any sand for me? I eat the sand. I try to eat the sand to absorb its powers. I eat the sand to obtain its sand powers. Yum yum. Is this Banjo 3? No. That's Isabel. Isabel, what are you doing here? Okay, but that doesn't answer my question. What? That doesn't answer my question. Is that guy's name my balls? That sure is my balls. What do you mean the most focused moment? What do you mean? What possibly is happening where I'm focusing? That's a homestuck. I just keep going around and look. Dripless amiibo. I am the dripless amiibo. And I ain't got no drip. Your postcard in game? I don't think so. Oh, this is pretty dope. Devil milk. Hell yeah. I could go for some devil milk. See, that's what I can enjoy. I can enjoy me some nice devil milk. Yeah, Homestuck Runner. Spooky! This is my friend. Oh, she's gone. That's my friend. That's my friend. That's my friend. They have an S for spooky. Who the fuck are you? S for spooky. That's not my friend. Spooky. S for shanana. Holy shit, that's drippy. Fucking drippy as shit. Yeah, friend. Love America. Is anyone around here? I don't think I've talked to that character yet. It's kind of funny. Kind of funny though. Gotta admit, kind of funny though. Okay. Kind of legit. Where did you get bear ears? Move your fucking thing. I can't even appreciate your bear ears because your fucking words are in the way. Fucking worder. This fucking worder. Wording with their mouth. Can't believe you would fucking word with your mouth. There's way better things you could do with your mouth. Fucking word. You like eat. You can enjoy some Go-Gurt. Fucking slurp some dirt. Yeah, like eat cheese, but not gamer cheese, because that's bad. You can like eat real cheese. You can go to Cheez-It, where real cheese matters. What do you mean? I'm not girding. You gotta slurp that girt. That's what you do with Go-Gurt. Cheesy, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope, though. Cozy and safe factory. See, this place is cozy and safe. Gamer cheese? I don't know if it's safe to Google. It's a bit that I came up with in my own brain, but if it's a thing that already exists, I'm not aware of it. And I'm afraid to, I would be afraid to look that up. See, for me, when I say it, I mean it in the sense that it's like someone take like a jar of like that, like the jarred nacho cheese, right? Like the jarred nacho cheese. Like the really nasty shit. That real nasty shit, right? You just take that, but you gotta like drink it because it's gamer time, right? So you need to make it like a hands-free enjoyment situation. You need to be able to fucking get that shit hands-free. So what do? You drink it. But you can't just like drink. You just can't drink the cheese, right? You can't just drink cheese. So what you gotta do, yeah, oh, exactly. See, you get it, chickens. So you gotta dilute it. You gotta dilute it and thin it out. And what would a gamer dilute their fucking cheese with before they drink it? Well, they gotta keep their gaming on point. So you dilute it with Monster Energy, like to thin it out, and then you can shove your straw in it and fucking slurp that shit out. Slurp it down. Fucking your gamer cheese. I hate it. I really do. Yeah, Monster Energies, exactly. Exactly. Monster Energies, slurp it till it's flat. That's what it is to me. Also, we specifically changed colors so that we wouldn't be fucking gamer cheese. And here we are, being fucking gamer cheese. Mountain Dew to dilute, because, I don't know, Monster Energy is funnier. Because then it's got more caffeine in it. For those late night gaming sessions. All that late night gaming. That's where you need like the real gamer cheese. We've made a horrible mistake. Why the fuck would it lock you to gamer cheese? That's like the worst fucking flavor. That's the worst flavor of Gurt. It's the worst Gurt. It's absolutely the worst Gurt. Is there Doritos flavored Mountain Dew? There's Flaming Hot Mountain Dew. Actually, maybe you mix it, like, if you want to get spicy, if you want some fucking spicy gamer cheese, you mix in like the Flaming Hot Mountain Dew instead of the Monster Energy. Which, by the way, if you haven't had Flaming Hot Mountain Dew, it tastes like a sore throat. That's not a thing. That can't be a thing. That can't be real. That can't be real. I refuse. I refuse to think that that's real. No one should be fucking brotting their fucking Gurt. Don't brot your Gurt. Okay, good. Good. Don't do that. Don't scare me like that. I was concerned for a second. And don't Gurt that brat. Wait, is it like Gurting a brat or is it brotting a Gurt? Because if you're brotting your Gurt, that's very different from Gurting your brat, right? Like, and those are two very different experiences. Those are completely different experiences. Like, because if you Gurting your brat is where you put the Gurt on your bra, you kind of slather Gurt on your bra, right? which is terrible. Don't do that. But like even worse than that is if you brought your Gert. Wait, yeah, no, broadening your Gert, because broadening your Gert is implying that you're like chopping up a bratwurst to put it in your Gert to then slurp that. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, I think like girding your bra is, they're both bad. They're all bad. Like, right? Like none of it's good. But like one is way worse than the other. This is a conversation. It's true though. Why is Big the Cat trending on Twitter? Big the Cat's trending on Twitter. Big the Cat! Big the Cat in Sonic Lost Adventure. What's this game called? Forces. No, Frontiers. Big the Cat's in it. They brought back the boy! How long has it been since we've seen Big the Cat? I love Big the Cat. Like, I cannot explain to you how much I fucking love Big the Cat. He's so good. Big the Cat is so good. He's like Big Man, but a cat. With a froggy. What if you marinated your brat in Gert? Don't people do that? Wait, isn't that like a thing that people actually... Oh god, we're gonna use the goo tube again. Okay, let's go. Let's fucking use the goo tube. Did they at least do him justice? I don't know. I haven't played the game yet. It's not out. I hope so. I love Big the Cat. He's just a big guy. What do you mean what's going on? We're talking about Big the Cat. We're talking about Big the Cat. Well? To have Patrick Warburton plays Big the Cat. Hey, it's Sonic. Sonic. Froggy. 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 This is stupid. Oh no. We have a situation. Oh, I see. Never mind. Never mind. We're good. Froggy. Oh, where are you, Froggy? I can't Patrick Warburton Froggy. Hey, Froggy. Where are you going, buddy? I can't do that voice. I'm sorry. I can't. What if they make him like Boss from Intaro? What if this is Big the Cat's new voice? Hey, Sonic. Froggy. Where are you, Froggy? I can't seem to find him, Sonic. Where's Froggy? What the fuck does Big the Cat say? Big the Cat doesn't fucking say shit. Hey, Froggy. I don't know if Big the Cat is voiced by Gilbert Gottfried is the right move. I don't think that would have been the right move. I don't know if... I'm no expert. No, he's a good actor. He's like a really good voice actor. Like, I know he's like a fucking meme, but like, he does quality shit. Like, he does a good job. Like, I know he's like big meme voice because his voice is very like specific in a very goofy way, but like, he uses it to his advantage as a good actor. He also clearly respects animation, like obviously, which is also like 9,000% like you gain respect as an actor in my book if you respect animation. Yeah, he's like a legitimate voice actor. He's a legitimate actor and a legitimate voice actor. Like, he's fucking dope. I don't know anything about him beyond like his acting, but I hope he's dope as a person. I hope he's not a fucking shithead. Because he does a lot of good roles. Come on. There we go. Gotta flop a little bit. There we go. Excuse me. I would appreciate it if you didn't. No. Where are we going? Am I at ink? Where am I going? Oh, I see. Get fucking girded. Get fucking flavor blasted. Yeah, tomorrow's trending. Patrick Warburton incited for 800 murder charges. Patrick Warburton kicks puppies. Okay, where are we going? You know what? Actually, I think I'm pretty happy for today. I think we did a good. How far into this game are we? Like, is there a lot of this game left? There's probably a lot of this game left. We're not making very much progress. I don't do good. We're not that bad, actually. No, we're doing fine. I think I'm gonna call it here. I'm getting a little worn out. I'm getting a little tired. I want to eat something. I'm trying to get myself to eat every day. So find someone to raid. Thanks for stopping in, everybody. Who's going? Okay. Birdie and love something. In raid. Visitors on Linda's B-Day stream. Oh, we can do that. Yeah, let's go check on. Let's go send some love to live. I just don't follow them, but I do follow Viz on Discord. So I will take this as an opportunity to go drop a follow. Yeah, go send some love to Linda. Go wish happy birth. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Roddy Rick. Yeah, it's very different vibes when I'm by myself. Things are usually chill. I don't know what Splatoon does to me. Splatoon brings out apparently the worst of me or some shit. But yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed your time. I'm glad you had a good time. Send Linda some love. Catch y'all around.